I was doing festivals, selling prints, all of that, selling T-shirts, man. I had my own shirts, man. It was out there grinding. But at the same time, I did get a job. I worked for a child development center and was teaching kids art there. Just kind of happenstance. Oh, you do that? Oh, okay, cool. So I was a recreation therapist aide at this place called Vista Del Mar in Culver City. And, I was there for a little while, and it was a really good experience, bonding with the young people. And then I went on to go to another place, which is in the same field. It's more of a level 14, so it's like a child psych ward called Vista Del Mar in Orange County. So I worked there for a little while. I'm teaching art to these kids that got emotional issues, and it's cool because we're bonding that way, so it was great. So I had plans to come to Atlanta. I found out about this place called the Southwest Art Center that was not yet built. And so me, my wife, my daughter, and my son, and my 4 dogs, we strike out here. My wife was a mass comm major, so she was working at Disney. And on the way transition here, she actually got a job at Turner. So she got at Turner, I got at the Southwest Art Center. It wasn't even built yet. This has actually been around on 915 New Hope Road. But at the time, it wasn't built. It wasn't complete. So I meet up with the director at the time, and James Reese, good guy. We're talking in this half-built building. He's like, yo, I need a visual arts specialist, whatever. I knew what the position was. I applied for it, I think, in May of 2001, actually April of 2001. And we talked. I just came out to Atlanta just to talk to him and just, and he interviewed me, an impromptu interview, and it was great. He said, I got you. He hired me. When the position opened up, which was more like September, actually. I started September 12th, 2001. And which was crazy because I was actually I just bought a house. So we was grinding. We was like, boop, 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 boop. So I'm at the laundromat washing clothes, and hear about 9/11 the day before. So I was just like, it was crazy. But my wife started at Turner. I started with the Southwest Art Center that September. And I came there to start a visual arts program. So it was a great experience, able to, hone my teaching craft and take it to different levels, higher levels. I had no boundaries. I had no, education department on me. Teach this way. I create my own curriculum. I was teaching kids doing all kind of stuff. I had 5 and 6-year-olds doing still life drawings with oil pastels. It was beautiful. Chalk pastels and the difference between the two. Pencils, watercolor, acrylic. We were just great. Had a budget to buy supplies. We were getting it. I've been there since 2001. I'm still there today. And it's like exhibitions. We do 12 to 14 exhibitions a year, juried and invitational. We got actually another space. So we actually have a gallery and a theater, 375-seat theater, and a studio building, which we originally started with, which we still have exhibitions and black box theaters in that building, concerts in that building. So it's great. But, it's government. And so we take advantage of as much as we can and provide the opportunity for the community. So it's a real good thing. But it also keeps me on my grind as an artist. I submit for shows just like everybody else. I met Dan same way, grinding and getting in shows and doing this and doing that. Art Beats and Lyrics, the first Art Beats and Lyrics going way back then. So it's been great, my experience out here in Atlanta. Just really creating artwork, working. I've done set design for theater productions, scenic painting. Just worked on global projects with what's the name? Tony Blair Faith Foundation and just a bunch of stuff. It's been a great experience here, and it's been a great experience as an artist. Doing commission work, doing projects at the center. I really was blessed to be able to get a job in my field. So it really keeps me to the grind, So it's been a real great experience. I had my ups and downs, like Dan was saying, balancing life. 2001, my wife got diagnosed with breast cancer, and she died in 2002. So I had babies, and I raised them. They're 13, they're 14 and 16 now, but at the time they were 1 and 3. So that was major because that really slowed my own work down for a second, and it was really getting back into my work that brought me out of that depression. You know, it's an artist who passed away. He was at Spelman. He was over their sculpture department. Toby Martin, good guy. He helped me get through a lot of that also, just talking to another artist about loss and how you bounce back. So, but a major part of it was getting back into my work. So I had to paint some crap, like, get it out. And then paint some more crap, and then it was like, okay, I think I know where I want to go. Because I knew everything I needed to know. I just had to get my thoughts. I mean, and they say, Thornton Dowell said, art ain't about drawing and painting. It's about ideas. And I totally agree. Because no matter what you have under your belt, if your ideas aren't formulated, it's not going to happen. So for me, it was getting my ideas central and focused, because it's more like, what do you want to say and how do you want to say it? So I got that together, and it's been on ever since. So.
Awesome.
I like this guy, man.
Mm-hmm.
All right, it's true. It's very true. We didn't say enough.
Yeah.
No, I understand. But like you said, some of our stories are similar. Unfortunately, a disaster changes everything.
True.
Brings some clarity that we can't even imagine, right? Because everything's all, like you say, everything's chopping along beautiful till that wall there. Yeah. Bam. Then what are you going to do? It's a true test.
Sink or swim. What don't kill you, make you stronger.
That's right.
Mm-hmm. And then you balance in life again, like between my kids. Like I would never do my own work, like paintings and stuff, work on my own stuff during the day. I would do it late at night. So after homework, baths, stories, the whole nine. I got a daughter, so I'm combing hair. It's taking me like 45 minutes in the morning to get her straight, but I wasn't sending my daughter to school looking bad, and you know what I mean? I got to, man, that's,
So you're touching on to the question that I have next, and I'm going to let you further that answer, Brian, is when you began your full-time artist or art career or on your own career, and so you can add in your parts too. What was your schedule like, and what were the obstacles and problems you had to solve, and you mentioned your wife, your small children. So what were some of those problems that you had to solve, and how did you solve them? What did you tools that you used to get through that and come into a rhythm?
It was like I said earlier, just getting back into the basics. They say like if you're having problems with any situation in your life, you can always come back to the basics of what got you there in the first place. Mm-hmm. So I came back to the basics, which was drawing, and then I started looking back on old pieces that I had in school that were like, where I was mentally, you know what I mean? So then for me, like you said, you mentioned music, and for me, my inspirations come from music. All my work is related to some music in some way, form, or fashion. Mm-hmm. So that was key. Getting into some new music. It was just staying updated with some music. Reading, that's another thing. Just keeping my mind constantly learning and absorbing information. It was like, and then working on some stuff, crap, working through the crap. Getting my life schedule. Like I'll go through 8:30 to 5. Drop the kids off at daycare, like right before that. Pick them up right when I get off work, get home.
But see, that was part that never changed. Like that was there.
Well,
that had to happen.
Yeah. But it was like what changed was when my wife had passed. It became all on me.
Yeah, it changed everything. Right.
So it changed everything. So I wasn't used to that. You know what I'm saying? I'm used to cold. Right. I'm not used to solo. You know what I mean? So that was huge. So if you're not taking advantage of your time prior, like for me, I'm like, okay, well, when it was somebody else in the picture, I could have really been killing it. Oh, exactly. You know what I mean? That's right. But in this case, it's just me. So what I start doing, I start really managing my time. Come home, we doing this. Okay, you homework. I'm helping you, running baths. I mean, I'm doing like boop, 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 boop. Getting it done, stories. My daughter's reading the story. Like I'm reading to my daughter, she's taking over. I'm reading to my son, he's taking over. Okay, cool, we're done. Right? So then everything kind of evolves. But it was that time management, to answer your question. Mm-hmm. That taking advantage of that time. We blow so much time, which is more valuable than money can ever be. You don't get that time back. That's right. So I was like, you know what, I'm taking advantage of this time. So when they go to bed, I was on it.
You start writing that time down? Did you start a calendar or?
I did it mentally. Okay. Like some stuff I'll write down, like activities, like I got to do this. I'll write. That helps me to write it down and then check it off. Mm-hmm. But for that, it was just automatic. I knew what I needed to do. And then you start kind of like, I don't feel right if I'm not doing no work. I feel kind of bad. I feel like, man, I don't really feel right. But when I do some work, I feel great. I'm like, man, I can stay up all night and be cool. But if I don't do no work, I don't feel right.
I love it.
Real talk. So that helped me, the time management, and it just set me in that motion. So I know what to do when I'm trying to get some work done. Definitely not even messing with the TV. Because it's like, and you kind of check, let me check the news, let me see. Right. And it'd be something great come on. Oh, man. Flash Gordon. Oh, from the beginning? Oh, no. I got to watch this. I got to watch. After I finish this, I'm a paint. It'd be like, watch the whole movie watching you. It's like, damn, blew that opportunity. So I said, you know what? Don't even turn it on. Put the music on. Boop. And I'm working. 2, 3, 4, 5 hours straight. Feel excellent. Go to bed for a couple hours, wake up again. I even had a system where I would sleep from like, as soon as the kids go to sleep, I'll sleep maybe from like 9 to like 11. Then I'll wake up from that time and then work from like 12 to 2 or 3 and then go back to bed from 3 to 5. Kid you not, it worked. It was like, but you know, you get thrown off a little bit because then you stay up too late. You're like, okay, I got to go to bed the next night. But it's all about getting that work done.
Very good. Neal, tell us.
Man, there's so much to say. I just hope I can remember it. He's saying it for all. I love it. But he's right, though, about the time. At the time, art was the wellspring from which I flowed. It was always there as my secret companion in life, like he's saying. No matter what crap was going on in the world, did not matter. I knew I could just turn that button off, like you said, at a certain time, and it's my time because I raised 4 kids, 3 daughters, so I know what you're talking about, dude. There was a fight in my house every day about the bathroom and hair and all that stuff. But I had the 3rd floor of the house was quarantined off. It was my studio. Don't come here. Nobody can cross this barrier. Okay, so at certain times at night, not certain times, every night, that was my space to go up there and let this start to work. It takes time to cleanse yourself of the noise of the world every day, no matter what you do in life, a job, whatever you're doing, dealing with all the things that we all deal with in life. It takes some time and discipline to brush that off before you can start that beautiful stuff we talk about, right? That doesn't just happen like that. It might take an hour or two, right? Before you say, okay, now I feel pretty good. Now I can get to what's important in life. So I spent countless hours of dreaming, like I still do to this day. I probably do not sleep to this day hardly, okay? I really don't. I was in front of the TV like you did last night. I don't turn the TV on much, but when I do, I never finish what I'm watching. So why do I do it? I might as well just keep painting, keep doing what I do. There's something in us that drives us to no end, right? And to constantly go after this thing you have been charged with. So that's kind of, I think, like you, Brian, that's all I do. There's no moment in time that I'm not thinking of the next idea, the next painting, the next project, how to market it, how to get it there, how to do this, what can we do with it, what good comes out, what healing comes from it, blah, 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 all the good stuff. I don't, sometimes I think now that the older I've gotten and the monetary gain, we need it. Definitely, we know that. But that does not that's not the most important part anymore. So we were young and had so many kids and raising, bills were all we were thinking about. How do we get paid? But as we cross another threshold, something else takes over. That importance of what we do as artists or musicians or whatever we do, there's something else. There's a source of power that takes over, and we tend to stay engaged in what we're doing for a whole nother purpose. I feel now that this, after that tragedy and that first Paint Out Loud painting I did, it's amazing my artwork is all over the world now. I get calls from people from every country, places I've never heard of before, and people are like excited to say, your work is here and I love it. It did me, it brought me, it made me, it healed me, it got me motivated again. Half the time, sometimes I'm having a bad day, right? I'm not even feeling good. But somebody else feels good, and then it makes me feel good again. That, wow, I see what this is all about now. And then that keeps me going. Rita knows, a good friend of mine, and she knows all. Me and her stay on the phone all the time talking metaphysics. We're battling all day, metaphysical stuff all the time. And she's wonderful at it. And she's seen me in some of my darkest hours. Even when I got glory all around me, we still beat up on ourselves as artists. We're very critical, right? Very critical of what we do. Nothing's ever good enough for us, it seems. So we just keep going. But when I start to see, like I said, the healing